out the middle person, and you could be, exchanging money with someone internationally, globally, in a matter of seconds. I will say that Bitcoin and a lot of the other cryptocurrency are still volatile, right? There's still, stocks, or there's still investments that, can go up very high or go low could go really, really low. But as somebody who has played in that speculative stock, like I was just looking at my portfolio, like, wow, right? Like a lot of my stuff doubled almost, and so, I think that there's a projection right now that people are focusing on, on cryptocurrency. And to the question around major banks, I remember, in the beginning, J.P. Morgan Chase was calling, calling Bitcoin a scam, and then all of a sudden they were putting millions of dollars into it,
Yeah, and because they can't control it. It's decentralized banking, and so they can't control it. And hundreds of billions went into Bitcoin in the past couple of years that didn't go into the banks. So now the banks are getting into Bitcoin to see if they can have a stake in that. With that said, what coins do you think are going to benefit from the blockchain technology?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, so right now I'm looking at Bitcoin. I'm looking at XRP.
Oh shit!
Which is Litecoin. I have there's another one that I'm investing in. But I do think that one of the great things about cryptocurrency is that each of the coins are connected to a cause, or when you think about potentially some of the coins that are focusing on marijuana, right? You might have like a marijuana coin, or you might have different cryptocurrencies that are focusing on different industries. And so I would say XRP, which is like
bullish,
and Bitcoin are my top two favorites. But I also believe that there are others that are going to emerge, become strong out there as well.
I'm gonna open up and let HB and Tracy and the callers jump in, but I also want to point out, and you tell me if I'm mistaken about this, with this Ethereum blockchain 2.0 technology, this is also a way that artists using this technology can this is how it could correlate it to the music business, could keep track of their sales, their streams, their creative rights, the work, the whole nine. Correct, Ash?
Oh, absolutely. So it's funny you mentioned that, right? So like one of the industries is real estate, for instance, right? You think about real estate. If somebody buys a house right now, you need a title company, you need the court, you need somebody to record the deed. So there's so many people involved into having to prove that you own this house, right? But if you let's say it's going to happen. Let's say that the technology, now you use blockchain technology to record the buy and sale of real property. Now no one could ever steal your property. Your property could stay in your family forever, because there's no way to alter that. And so to your question about music, a lot of times the reason why artists aren't paid their just due, because what? They have to trust a middle person. And so whether it's the artist having to trust the business manager, or having to trust the label and say, how many streams? Oh, okay. And if you say that's how many streams, then I have to trust you. But if that is transferred into the blockchain technology, you don't have to ask anybody. You can log in to your blockchain, to whatever technology, and see exactly how many streams, and then based on the agreed upon amount of money that you get per stream, you're able to now calculate and say, this is the amount of money I get. So the full transparency, and that's the reason why the blockchain technology is going to change the world, because it's full transparency. You don't have to trust anybody. All you have to do is look at the technology, and the technology is created in such a way that it can't be altered. And so that way you know that you're looking at reliable technology or reliable data and information.
All on your phone. So HB, I'm going to let you jump in if you got a question for Ash.
I just thank you, Ash, again for calling into the show and providing information. You touched on so many different things. It's hard to focus on any one thing. But I think just on a personal note, like, because you talk so much about family, it's important to have a conversation. I think money sometimes can make it uncomfortable talking about it with your spouse or with whoever you living with, and all of these things about wills and insurance and different things like that. But it's things that's necessary because, as you said, certain things are inevitable. And when you stuck and hit with a funeral or anything, it brings so much out of the family, folks scrambling for money and doing all that kind of stuff. For us, me and Horse, it was the opposite. We had to sit down because we don't have any children. It was tough selecting a beneficiary, because we don't have it, and it's not something that you even think about, getting married and stuff like that. But the fact that we don't have any kids, we had to do that. That was a tough conversation and a tough decision to make. And also, what I'm seeing now in my family with people that have kids, especially little kids, this holiday thing now, Sway, with buying toys and gifts for their kids, it's not happening anymore. Like, they have custodial accounts now for their kids, and they're saying, forget about
All right,
these
all right,
toys